Good evening to all. I am Dr. Kumaraguru, working as a conservation scientist on behalf of BCF, NGO based at Tamil Nadu in India, with the vision is visualizing society for promoting and assisting healthy coexistence of human and wildlife and ultimately ensuring conservation of biodiversity. So, strategic implementation of this session draws us to handle research and reaching stakeholders in synchronized manner. Our research includes from ants to elephants, and exploring effective management practices in the perspective of biodiversity conservation. With our wide research expertise team, we are able to work from Nagapattinam to Valley of Flower Himalayas, stretching across different landscapes and different people and very dependency on the ecosystem. In nutshell, we connect nature with people, people with nature. So let's get connected today also in the virtual platform to existence and experience nature in enhanced dimension. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today BCF International webinar.
BCF India. I'm happy in introducing our today's speaker, Mr. N. Maranko. Serving as Regional Deputy Director, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, Southern Region, Chennai. He has completed his Masters in Wildlife Biology, conducted the field studies on behavioral aspect of free-ranged elephants at Mudumalai Wildlife Sanctuary, Tamil Nadu. During his MPhil, he conducted field studies on wintering behavior of Siberian cranes. He worked as a junior scientist in Bombay Natural History Society, BNHS, during 1989. He also served as a guest faculty to National Academy of Customs, Central Exercise and Narcotics. Mr. Maranko has undergone several training on wildlife crime and their investigation. Few of them to highlight. During 2010, he participated in Regional Investigator Training course at International Law Enforcement Academy, Bangkok, Thailand. During 2014, he has undergone training on Intelligence Tradecraft course at Kerala Police Academy, Thiruvananthapuram, organized by International Bureau, Government of India. He also participated in Inter-Regional Conference on Illegal Wildlife and Timber Trafficking between ASEAN, Asian and African countries during 2016, Bangkok, Thailand. Undergone for cyber wildlife crime investigation training at Interpol Global Complex for Innovation in Singapore during 2017. He has also participated as a trainer in investigating the support meeting on the subject of concealment methods and modus operandi at airports and species identification of turtles and tortoise, organized by Interpol at Bangladesh, Dhaka, during 2018. Currently, he is serving as a Regional Deputy Director and he focuses on Enforcement of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. He also collects and collates of intelligence-related organized wildlife crime activities and disseminates the same in the state and as well as with the other enforcement agencies. He also conduct the capacity building program for his colleague on strengthening the wildlife law enforcement in the state and central. He is also empowered with the implementation of Export and Import Policy of Wildlife Act 1972 and CITES. With his experience in the field of wildlife crime investigation, Mr. Maranko developed interest in the field of collection of intelligence and organized several raids. To highlight few here, with the State of Forest Department, Odisha, he has seized nearly leopard skin, tiger skin, cheetal skin, python skin, blackbird, so on, 1995. During 1988, he had identified and collected the intelligence on illegal trade on wildlife bird at Russell's Market, Shivajinagar, Bangalore, Karnataka. Also, he collected on illegal tanning of snake skin in a village nearby Kumbakonam, Tamil Nadu, and organized a raid with Tamil Nadu Forest Department during 1999 and seized nearly 1,900 numbers of snake skin. With his expertise, why not? He has just also had an intelligence on illegal possession and attempted a sale on tiger skin by an individual in 2012 at Maharashtra. And also he supported towards the field personnel at WCCB Western Region and cracked a big network involved in the illegal collection and smuggling of live specimen of tortoise and turtles in national and international level during 2015 and 2016. With his expertise, we are happy to stay connected on this fine evening, sir, on this virtual platform during this COVID-19 and to listen your experience on wildlife crime and illegal trade in wildlife. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam. Good evening to all. So now we are going to discuss about the wildlife crime and illegal trade in wildlife. Yeah, so I am being an enforcement personnel. We are having a lot of responsibility. We have to coordinate with so many agencies. We have to report our senior officers, and we have to coordinate with the state government, customs, police, like that. But for a common citizen, there is a compulsion in the is given in the fundamental duty as fundamental duty constitution of India. That is, it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lake, rivers, and wildlife, and to have a compassion for the living creatures. So now here we have to understand that whether it is a enforcement personnel or working in the WCCB or in the forest department or in the police department or in the customs, whatever it is, as a common citizen, we have a lot of responsibilities for this natural environment, forest, lake, rivers, wildlife, etc. So just that we have to keep in mind. And the next one, the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. For example, if you are seeing the Indian Customs Act, it was 1962. We have realized that the Indian customs system need a act to deal with the customs related matters. But whereas the wildlife concern, we have taken 10 more years. After the Customs Act in 1962, we have created a Wildlife Protection Act, constituted a Wildlife Protection Act after 10 years. So just imagine how much we are just behind the other matters. The Wildlife Protection Act, it is created, constituted only to give protection to the Indian wildlife. And now, because I don't want to waste much time on this, just talking about the different various sections, I'm going to speak about only two sections. That is the hunting of wild animals. Section 9, no person shall hunt any wild animal specified in schedules 1, 2, 3, and 4, except as provided under section 11 and section 12. Section 11 is animals can be trapped or hunted for special purpose with the permission of the chief wildlife warden. Like that, section 12 also for the special purpose, for the education, translocation, like that, that the section 12 is there. So especially section 9 deals with the hunting. Hunting is totally prohibited. All right. So now what is happening in our country, not only in our country, all over the globe, world, you can take it. Once animal is hunted, whether it is a tiger reserve or the reserve forest or sanctuary, whatever it is, that people has to transport from the place to wherever they want to take. Right. So for that purpose also, we are having one section, that is restriction on transportation of wildlife. Section 48A. Here we are saying that no person shall accept any wild animal or any animal article or any specified plant or part or derivative thereof authorizing such transport. So, without the previous permission of the chief wildlife warden in writing, no one is authorized to transport any wild animal or part or product or derivative. So here, what we are thinking, the problem, why we are not able to control the wildlife crime. We are controlling somewhat, but at the same time, we need more coordination. So the general public, our student community, if they are aware of this section, section 48A, somebody is having in possession of any wildlife, even wild animal, somebody is having live birds, deer, peacock, like that they are having. So neighbor, what we are doing, just we are seeing, we are also just going, attending daily our duties. We are not bothering about the Wildlife Protection Act and our fundamental duty. At same time, if anybody is transporting any animal part or product or a derivative, immediately we have to think of the forest department. If you are thinking of remembering the forest department as a common citizen, as a common citizen, if you you have to forward the message nowadays, because everyone is having a soft wares and mobiles, we are having smartphones, we are having, so that immediately if you are remembering the forest department, if you are you have to do just you forward the message, so and so is in possession of this, that's all, your duty is over, you have performed your fundamental duty. Yes, so whether we have to touch our conscience whether we are performing that fundamental duty. What is our understanding, what we are doing? Always we are talking about fundamental right. When we are claiming and talking about the fundamental right, we should also think of the fundamental duty. This is my humble request to all the participants. Yes. Now, I don't know how many of you, the participants, having idea about the Wildlife Crime Control Bureau. You are aware about the State Forest Department, State Police Department, Central Bureau of Investigation, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. So many agencies are there. And about that WCCB, we used to call WCCB, Wildlife Crime Control Bureau. The Wildlife Crime Control Bureau created in the year 2006. This WCCB is having a senior personalities from forest, police, customs, and central excise. If you are taking the police department, only police officer will be there. If you are taking a administrative service, only the IAS officers will be there. If you are taking the customs department, only the IRS, Indian Revenue Service officers will be there. But here in the WCCB, only we are having forest, police, customs, and central excise. Here the forest officer will be looking after the forest related matters, whether it is a little management, especially of crime, and then police will be looking after the crime and the criminals, and customs and central excise officers will be looking after the illegal trade, smuggling, and continuously modus operandi, misdeclaration. So many matters are there. So for that purpose, the government has decided that only all the three agencies, all the three category of officers has to sit in one roof, and they have to, with the coordination, they have to work. Then only we can just combat the wildlife crime, like that the government has decided. And we have a headquarters at New Delhi. Right now, as on date, we are having 5 regional offices under this Wildlife Crime Control Bureau, and we have some sub-regional offices also. If you are seeing Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, and Jabalpur, we are having 5 regional offices. We have some sub-regional offices, Kochi, Amritsar, and Guwahati. Some border units, Ramanathapuram in Tamil Nadu, Ramanathapuram we are having, More we are having. So you may wonder, State Forest Department, each and every district that the State Forest Department officers are there. Then what is the necessity of having a regional office? The two very few numbers of inspectors, assistant directors, regional deputy directors sitting in the regional office. What is the purpose? What we are able to achieve? That you have to see here. Powers and functions of the WCCB. The WCCB, just I am giving some selected only mandates: collect and collate intelligence related to organized wildlife crime activity. Because the crime is taking place everywhere. Some aged person may be having one parakeet. He may be doing some business with the parakeet. A person may be snake charmer is there. He may be having one snake. He will be earning some money daily with the help of the snake or bird, whatever it is, parakeet, whatever it is. Mostly the person's life will end up with only one parakeet, because parakeet age longevity itself, it's about 60 years, I hope. 60 years around. So just imagine that a person, if he is having a one parakeet, his life will go. That is there. That is also crime. That is also crime. But here, intelligence related to organized wildlife crime activity. What is organized wildlife crime activity? Nowadays, even some of the people having interest, people having idea, the so-called what is that we can say that lovers, wildlife lovers, nature lovers, they are not able to provide any intelligence on organized wildlife crime. Really, we are very much concerned with the organized wildlife crime. Organized wildlife crime is just like just imagine a cycle chain or a motorcycle chain. If one chain is broken, we cannot use the chain, and whether it is a motorcycle or the cycle, whatever it is, we cannot use. So this is organized wildlife crime. If we are able to break the chain, at least in our life cycle, 2 places, 100% we can crack down all the networks. The organized crime people, whoever is involved in this organized crime, they will go below the earth. That is very sure. And after that, WCCB is collecting the intelligence. Then what we are doing, already I have told you that we are having very less manpower. Region wise, only few numbers of inspectors will be there. So we have got some little training on how to collect intelligence and what is the role of intelligence. So once the intelligence is collected, and we have to disseminate the same to the state and other enforcement agencies, because intelligence delayed means matter is over. Whatever the intelligence, collect the intelligence, analyze is little, immediately forward the intelligence to the local officers. And suppose if it is necessary, we are also joining with the local forest team, local police team. We are conducting joint raid and then bringing to a logical conclusion. Though for example, a western region or the southern region inspector as on date, he is having Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala, Karnataka, Andaman Nicobar, and Pondicherry. This much area he is having power. He can go, he can stop any vehicle on proper doubt, and then he can check the vehicle. If something is there, any wildlife contraband is there, he can detain the person. After that, he can arrest on verification. After that, he himself can produce before the court. He can take to the jail. He can drop them. Next day, he has to attend the court case. So for that purpose, since our jurisdiction is a very wide area, we are not following that one. Wherever necessary, we are doing. Otherwise, we are coordinating with the other enforcement agencies and handing over passing our intelligence, handing over the cases to the State Forest Department. And the WCCB is mainly doing another important work to establish a centralized wildlife crime data bank. We are maintaining a savings bank, current account like that in the bank. For our currency, we are doing like that. For the crime data, we are maintaining the crime data bank. So whatever the cases booked in any of the division or any of the state, any of the circle, whatever it is, just we are having one single page profile. Name will be there, address will be there, and then age, sex, date of birth. After that, the residential address, what type of work he is doing, what type of friend circle he is having, what type of his daily activities, and what are the area he is visiting, he is going. So simple pro forma. If suppose person is little hi-fi person, whether he is having an email, whether he is having a passport, this type of details will be mentioned, and then we are forwarding the information to the bureau headquarters. The bureau headquarters is maintaining this thing along with the photograph. So what is happening? Any accused arrested in Tamil Nadu, for example in January, he will complete the court matters within 2-3 months maximum. After that, 4-5 years, case may be going. So what will happen, being an organized criminal, what he will do, after completing the 2-3 months, again he will go to Tamil Nadu, he will travel to Kerala nearby. And Kerala police or the Kerala Forest Department may arrest the person. Normally what a criminal will say, sir, please, I have done this crime first time. I am a very, very good person. I have completed my graduation. I am working in this company. Just this time I thought this is not an offense. That's why I have purchased it or I am possessing this thing. First time I have done it, sir. Please, just if you, I am ready to pay the fine, etc. Like that, he will request to the department. Okay. What the officer can do? Earlier, this facility was not available. So nowadays, what is happening? Any of the forest officers immediately just they can take a photograph of the person, name, etc. Collect other details. They can forward to our bureau headquarters, and the bureau headquarters immediately will verify. They will pass the information to the concerned enforcement officer, to the IO, whether the person has committed any crime or not, like that. So this is a wonderful advantage we are having. This is very helpful to various departments, especially forest department. Okay, and then to interact with the foreign countries and concerned international organization to facilitate coordination. What is happening? Once in the forest area, the villagers or people living in the fringes of the forest, they used to catch some wild hare, sometimes deer also. They may share with their settlement. But now what happened? People are experienced with money. Wherever you go, Dish TV is available. Pulsar bike is there. Smartphone is there. Network is there. So these are all the developments that is happened now. So for that reason, people wherever living, they want to lead a highly sophisticated life. So for that thing, they need money. The only way is for that now what they are doing, instead of earlier they were just trying to take only food, some birds for hunting for the daily food like that, bushmeat. Now it is diverted into a different level. And once it is after killing the animal, after poaching, after hunting, whatever it is happened, though section 48 EA is there, restriction on transportation of wildlife. So after hunting is over, they are doing some process. If it is a skin means a skin, bone means a bone, hair means a hair, whatever it is, or any other derivative means derivative or body parts. Just they are trying to bring to the district headquarter. From the district headquarter, it is coming to metro cities. After that, they are thinking of international airport. Then international airport, from international airport, these items, what is the target? Our bordering countries. So suppose a person immediately left, by the today's evening flight. After half an hour only, we are just coming to know that already the person left. Who will approach the international agency? If you are approaching some of the officers, they will say that this is not my jurisdiction. I am not having power. Normally, naturally, they will say. But whereas the WCCB officials, custom officials, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence officials, Border Security Force personnel, they cannot speak like that. For them, there is a problem. Immediately, they have to contact their counterpart in the opposite country. As per the ticket, as per the information they are having, they have to contact the counterpart and they have to pass the information. Any criminal is going, we are having proper evidences that the other counterpart, the importing country or the destination point, they can give a red carpet welcome. So that the WCCB we are able to do. Okay. Now, if we are seeing all with the view to combating organized wildlife crime activities, apprehending culprits across national and international border. Now here I wanted to mention one thing. The Regional Deputy Directors of Wildlife Crime Control Bureau is also designated as Assistant Management Authority of CITES, Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. Okay. All of a sudden, one day in the newspaper or in the nowadays in newspaper, no, most of the people we are not seeing, only TV. In the TV, in Chennai airport, customs seized one python coming from Bangkok. Or Singapore airport, they have seized star tortoises coming from Mumbai. Like that, there are newses. So if our star tortoise from Mumbai, it is going to Singapore. If Singapore authorities they are arresting the person, means detained, though Singapore star tortoise is not listed in Singapore law. As per the Singapore Forest Act or Wildlife Act, it is not protected. However, the star tortoise is listed in CITES appendix. Earlier it was in appendix 2. Now the star tortoise, since it is listed in CITES, the Singapore authority will collect the specimens and they will temporarily rehabilitate. They will be doing the rehabilitation work, and after that, they will be contacting the management authority of our country, and then the government, our government, will be requesting to take care of our animals. We will be sending a messenger, special messenger to Singapore, or otherwise they themselves will make they will send the papers to documents to our country. The consignment will be coming to our national airlines. We will be receiving, and then after giving the medical treatments, quarantine facilities, checking all these things, then we are taking with the State Forest Department coordination, we are releasing back in the wild. So for this purpose, the WCCB is interacting with all the international organizations, right? Okay. Now just we have discussed about the Wildlife Protection Act. There are more than 65 sections are there. We are not having time to discuss all the matters. Just that's why I have said the mention about the section 9 and section 48A of the Wildlife Protection Act. Now, as a common citizen, what is the problem we are having in controlling the wildlife crime? How the wildlife crimes are happening? That is a very, very tough subject that we are having, tough task also. Before going to the point, you see here, what are the threats and challenges the wildlife department officials are having, or the common citizen having, or the whole world is having? Habitat loss, conversion of forest to agriculture, illegal harvesting of timber and non-wood forest product, hunting, illegal trade in wildlife, encroachment and human settlement, mining activity, forest fire, man and animal conflict, crop damage. Here, our professors also there sitting there. If you are giving one topic, they will create 10 PhD scholars in one topic: habitat loss, or crop damage, or man-animal conflict, or forest fire, whatever it is. For example, if you are taking crop damage, why the crop damage is taking place? It is unfortunate in the forest area, the fringes, people are living there, and they are having their own patta lands. When they are having patta lands, they have to cultivate, they have to rear some animals. So when they are cultivating the crops, agriculture crops, what happens? Animals, they are waiting in the forest. You know that because the nature lovers, we are having idea about the carrying capacity. One area, one forest area, one division or one range, how many animals can survive? That is there. Suppose if the deer population is increased, what will happen? The deer will be trying to come down to the fringes because the greenery will be there. So this will go, the animals will be riding the crops and then destroying the agriculture field. Again, what will happen? The farmer will be taking a revenge. What are all the animals are coming here? Immediately, he will keep a poison there. Next night, he will keep a poison there. Animal will go, animal will eat, animal will die. And then suppose if it is a carnivore, cattle once died, when this herbivores died means, again this carnivores will be having problem and they will be going and to lift the cattle. So at the time, what is happening? Sometimes they are lifting the cattle and sometimes they are lifting the human being also. So this type of problems are happening. So how we are going to face the challenges, the threats? If we are discussing about all the matters, it will be very difficult. Just for example, I am saying, I have shown this thing. Okay, combating the wildlife crime in our country. Just imagine here, poaching taking place in the sanctuary or national park or tiger reserve or marine national park, whatever it is. One step is over. If successfully, if they have done means that is over. Again, transportation by road or railways. Here, what is coming? The revenue officials are coming. Railway personnel is coming. In the picture, wildlife products reaches the local illegal market. Exit points like a foreign post office, air and sea, air cargo, sea cargo, courier cell. This much problems are there. In addition to all this problem, now we are having social media. So some of the people may be interested in passing the general messages in the social media, but there are selected people. They are utilizing the social media in other way. How they are utilizing? That we will see. Just before touching the wildlife crime, I wanted to just mention about this thing, environmental crime. The Interpol describes this as environmental crime as is a global theft. Something happened in Mudumalai. Something happened in Periyar Tiger Reserve. Something happened in Bandipur Tiger Reserve or in Melga Tiger Reserve of Maharashtra. It is not only to the lost to the Maharashtra or Karnataka or Kerala. The genius people, the researchers, they have decided that they have concluded properly with the evidence, with the record, with analysis. It is we should say that it is a global theft. We have to accept. So wildlife is happening. If we are in Tamil Nadu, if from Kerala some animal they have considered they are bringing to Tamil Nadu means it is going to affect Tamil Nadu. That knowledge we should have. That we should understand. Okay. Now what is environmental crime? Environmental crime includes illegal trade in endangered species. Even here, I wanted to modify this thing. Illegal trade means illegal trade in not only endangered species, all the wild animals. If it is with a domestic goat or a broiler chicken, that is difficult. That is different. But wild animal, we cannot create a single wild hare in the forest. So we have no rights to kill or to make money out of it. After that, over exploitation of a fishing ground. This we will discuss later also. Fishing ground. Fishing ground is not in the metro city. It is in the sea only. What way we are going to affect? If we are applying our mind, we will come to know. Then illegal logging, misuse of protected areas, using some power. If you are staying there as a tourist, one area, just for 2 days, there 100% the animal movement will get disturbed. Some reaction will be taking place in nearby area because we have gone there, we have misused the protected area. We may use the influence, that is different, but animal will use their influence in a different way. We have to be ready to face the problem. After that, pollution of air, water, soil, these all classified as a environmental crime. Also, you can see here illegal trade in ozone depleting substances. Whatever it is, whatever the substances, it is making problem with the ozone layer. This all will be considered as a environmental crimes, right? Okay. Finally, what is the problem in controlling the wildlife crime? Though IFS officers, IPS officers, custom officers are there in the WCCB, Indian Forest Service officers, trained people are there in the forest department and police department. Here, problem is, who is the victim in the case wildlife crime? Birds, reptiles, shark species, mollusks, corals, mammal, and plants, etc. If anybody is killed any bird or reptile or any of the animal, no animal will go to the police station. No animal will go to the forest office. No animal will come and block the road. So what will happen? The animals will be just because they are far better in behavior. Animals are very, very far better than I can say that than the human being. Yes. So they will be sitting there only. They will be roaming there only. Even recently, I have seen a social media, the elephant taking a old carcass, only skin, baby calf, only skin was there. The elephant is just taking and roaming in the forest area. That don't want to leave that the calf, that own baby skin. So that much they are very much very brilliant in behavior, but they cannot go to the police station. They cannot go to the forest office. So that we should understand. And then victims remain always silent. They will see, they will be there, they will not take water, they will not take food, they will not sleep. Sometimes they used to cry also. That is happening, but they can be only silent. They cannot go to any forum or any of the VVIP or VIP to make a complaint or enforcement personnel. So by using this stand, possibility of taking upper hand by the criminals. You can go, you can remove one person, you can just kill one animal from a herd or a group or family, whatever it is, you can happily, you can go. So we are having a lot of responsibilities in controlling the wildlife crime. For that, very much coordination is needed from all the level. All the level means how it is possible? Only way, intelligence. Intelligence can be collected only by the government officials. Sir, I am a nature lover. Whether I can go collect intelligence? Yes, of course you can collect. If anything goes wrong, who will save you? Who will save you? There are so many methods are there in the intelligence. Steps are there. Methods means steps. What is that? You are having CCTV. Your CCTV, what this is doing? It's doing surveillance. But whatever it is coming within the frame, that only cover the CCTV cover only within the frame. If a person is just crossing 30 centimeter, CCTV cannot do anything. For that purpose, we are having mobile CCTV. Mobile CCTV, who is the mobile CCTV? A person, a personnel, a trained personnel, a approved personnel. So he can do surveillance, right? After that, a person can go. Recently, a case happened in Karnataka. The Karnataka Forest Mobile Squad, they have seized 11 pieces of hippo tusk. 9 pieces of hippo tusk, being about 11.600 kilo. So how the Forest Mobile Squad got the intelligence information? Because the Forest Mobile Squad, the Forest Department, they are having their own network. Some people, they will be the informers. The public can be a informer to the Forest Department or the Police Department. At the same time, for that also, there are a lot of steps to be followed. First, you should safeguard yourself. Then you should try to protect the other animals, etc. So when you are going collecting information, just simply pass the information to the Forest Department, Police Department, whatever it is. Okay. Now the intelligence is only the government officials, trained personnel can collect. Means what I can do, sir? One question you may be having. I am very much interested in the wildlife. You just think about the organized wildlife crime. Because I already have mentioned that a snake charmer or a chidiya wala, parakeet wala, having one parakeet, that no way is going to affect the wildlife matters in the forest. I am not having any difference of opinion. That is offense only. But that is a different type. But leaving that one, we should think of organized wildlife crime. So many cases are coming: tiger poaching, leopard poaching, deers, like that. NGOs are doing wonders nowadays. They are in all the way they are supporting. In all the way they are supporting. They are the members in high level, from top to bottom level, all the levels they are having. They are participating in the meeting. They are providing their support. They are giving suggestions. All the activities are taking place nowadays. Okay, nature lovers also the same way. Students community. So why I am saying this thing, though you cannot collect the intelligence, but you have to keep your eyes, ear open. What our neighbor is doing. A person is there, he is not doing any work. This week he purchased a bike. Yes. After 6 months, he is changing to a vehicle, 4-wheeler. Then after 6 months, he is doing something. So naturally, if we are a law-abiding citizen, we should have some doubt. What he is doing? What is his business? Whether his activity is going to threaten the country, national security. That is very, very important. Whether it is a wildlife or a terrorist activity or narcotics. If a neighbor is just introducing narcotic in the village or nearby the college area or nearby the school or nearby the cinema theater, whatever it is, that is severely going to affect the society. So for in all the way, we have to keep our ear and eyes open. So in this way, I am requesting all your support and coordination in passing the intelligence to the WCCB or to the forest department or to the police department. Then only we can achieve the target. Okay, right. Now with this introduction, just I am going to start about that. This much complications are there. Whatever the 10-15 minutes we have discussed, 20 minutes we have discussed, that is different. That is only the introduction to the wildlife crime. Under this situation, AC is not functioning in the aircraft, the aeroplane. I have to travel up to by 5 hours, 6 hours. Just immediately after takeoff, and the pilot is announcing AC failure. What will happen? After half an hour, 45 minutes, bleeding will be started. 100% sure. Because aircraft is a small place, automatically bleeding will come. Since the earth is a big matter, we are not able to realize. Now also the seriousness, the power is going on. Please understand that one. Now, think about the wildlife crime. Very first, we are very much concerned with the social media. Facebook, Locanto, OLX, Quicker. By just leaving the 4 I have given, there are so many dark nets are there. So many matters are there. So how the people are utilizing the wildlife crime? Since this being an online webinar, I have removed the person's photo. Basically, I will be having the photograph also, because normally we used to conduct a training program for only for that enforcement personnel, maybe from the forest or police or customs or any of the enforcement agency. That we will be showing the picture that is giving result also. But whereas in the online, that will go in the records for the purpose I have removed for various purpose. A person completed his graduation in engineering, posting in the Facebook that I am having star tortoise. A computer graduate, engineering graduate, he is giving in the Facebook that I am having star tortoise. So what is his understanding about the country, local law, enforcement, wildlife, environment, all these things are flying in the air. So some decent chap is giving, hey, you have given that the star tortoise I am having like that, it is offense under the Wildlife Protection Act. All the participants may get shocked also. What type of reply he has given? I don't bother. Really, I am not at all exaggerating. He has given, I don't bother. So fortunately, one good citizen forwarded this message to us, and our inspector started chatting with the person. One day we said hi, he said hi. Next day, good morning. Third day, hi, where can I meet you? Finished. This is the only social media. So we said that we want some Singapore tortoise. So Singapore tortoise also he was having, because he should not doubt that we are the enforcement people. For that purpose, we have asked Singapore tortoise. So he said, I am having, I can supply to you. After that, he himself came forward. He is saying that I am also having crocodile babies. Just imagine, this is the real picture of the wildlife crime. Just going to the market, seeing 1 or 2 star tortoise, or a old lady having one parakeet in the house. She may be having for 30 years. We may not be knowing, but we are taking very seriously. Arey, that lady is having parakeet, that lady is having parakeet. Nothing will happen. This is my personal opinion. We have to worry about the organized wildlife crime. He is having a star tortoise, and we are asking Singapore tortoise also. He is telling, I am having crocodile babies also. So how many number you are having? I was having 20. Yesterday night 18 dispatched. I am having 2 only. So very good, you bring. So he brought. Next day morning we have rounded by 8 o'clock. We have rounded the person. I don't want to go in detail. He himself is coming. Sir, I am waiting in this vehicle. You come to this corner. Very good. Because our intelligence worked in such a way, not running, no chasing, no tough fight. He said that you please come to this corner. Already we are there only. We know that where he will be coming. So just we are there, nearby. Simply we have entered in the vehicle, matter over. Okay, what happened to the 18 numbers of crocodile babies? The same day, by 3 o'clock, this was caught at Ahmedabad. So just imagine that Maharashtra and Gujarat, how he transported from Maharashtra to Gujarat. They are having that much facilities, arrangements. So when that fellow was going there, and then intelligence passed there, and then Gujarat Forest Department arrested the person, and then they have seized 18 numbers. So that is just why I am saying simple. We are saying that the social media, just imagine social media, how it works. 20 numbers of crocodile babies, 25 numbers of star tortoise, 10-15 numbers of Singapore tortoise, that he is giving in the one supply, one stroke he is able to supply. So how many Facebook account he will be having in different name? Think about his WhatsApp. He will not come in the picture. He is a very good decent chap in the society. Yes. Now you can see here parakeets, babies, juveniles. These parakeets, this photograph taken at my office. This is inside of my office cabin. You please understand. The juvenile, the right side top photograph, you can see that. This photograph we have taken by night at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. The interrogation was going on. The juvenile is crying. And then you see the adult one from the top, it is confirming, he is giving some message. Don't worry, I am also here only. This is the behavior of the animals. You see here, why that adult one is touching the beak of the juvenile one? Because the juvenile one is making such a noise with the fear. So this is inside my office. You just imagine in what is happening in the social media. Yes, Falcon is coming to metro cities and the railway station. Wherever you want, people can bring. So now what happened due to our efforts? Our steps taken by our bureau headquarters, the Wildlife Crime Control Bureau at Delhi. They have organized a meeting with all the social media people, websites, Locanto, Quaker, OLX, all these things, whatever people are available, dealing in India, in our country, they have called, organized a meeting, and they have also decided that hereafter we will not post such a matters. And before that, within 2 years, we have arrested so many people. More than 23 cases we have booked in Mumbai area. Most of them are college students. It is very sad. It is very sad. Most of them are college students. Father is working in a big company like a ONGC. Just imagine. Airport. Very big company. Fathers are working. Family people are there. They are living in 10th floor, 15th floor, like that. But they are just simply giving a message, and then I am having 2 parakeet, price 5,000 rupees, like that. So after due to a lot of efforts taken with the Maharashtra Forest Department and WCCB, we had bring to a conclusion that this total thing is over, and this, especially this Mumbai and surrounding area, is totally free of these social media activities. Yeah. Okay. Right. You can see here the juveniles, because these people are going. These people not going to the forest area. There are people. There are network. They are collecting. They are bringing and supplying in the door delivery. So here we have to see that local help, local people help, public help, police department ka help, and then revenue officials ka help. Everything is needed to control this crime. You can see here hunting, how it is taking place. A simple metal wire, 2 meter wire. If they are having, see here, I don't want to show this photograph for a long time. Yes. If you are seeing that this leopard, what I have done a mistake. If the people are going inside the forest area, just they are placing the snare. Basically, these people not organized the poachers. They are proper villagers living in the fringes of the forest area, and they want bush meat. Maybe at the maximum a deer meat or wild hare, whatever it is. But it is unfortunate, leopard or tiger, even elephant is coming and caught in the stuck in the snare. Once in Western Ghats, elephant also died. Leopard, tiger is a different matter. So just imagine that how the wildlife crime is happening, and once it is happened, what the people are thinking, we got that leopard skin, so I should make an attempt to send it to some city, some metro city area where the paisa is available. So here what happening, and we are also having our network, our informers, people are passing the information, and once it is coming to the open area, then that we immediately, the forest department or the police or the WCCB, we are going and arresting the people. We are able to control the wildlife crime. Okay. Now you can see here, this is a monitor lizard. Monitor lizard, the role is very, very important in the habitat. Right? Okay. But what is our findings now? Some brilliant people find that the male organ of the monitor lizard is having some effect. So they are killing the animal, removing the skin, eating the meat, consuming the meat, and then the male organ they are processing and they are sending to the shops, especially the shops dealing with the Ayurvedic products, puja material, country drugs. People are dealing with the country drugs now. There, if you are going, these type of things somebody may be having. As a common citizen, as a nature lover, if you are going there, country drugs shops, if you are asking whether you have this is known as a hatha jodi. Maybe in different states, people may use some other name. If they are ready, if they are ready to supply, means just you take your smartphone, send a message, matter over. Immediately a day or two, our people will go, our people will complete the matter, the case will come to a logical conclusion. So what will happen? By just stopping this activity in the shop, by sending a single message, the monitor lizard, you are giving protection to the monitor lizard. Then birds, live birds. Live birds is a common matter. Everywhere, everywhere. Parakeet, myna, owl, falcon, etc. Munias. So whenever we are going to the market, what we are thinking? These people are selling birds. No problem. I will purchase some mango and I will go. My work is over. So how many days we will get a mango? How many days we can get mango? One day it will come to an end. Without the help of the nature, without the help of the birds, without the help of the animals, a lifelong we cannot get. Example I am saying. Mango is not having any no special effect. Example I am saying. So if some sound is there, some bird's call is there, I will tell you one case because just I have given in the introduction, they have mentioned the Russell's market. Just I have asked for only one hill myna. So many years back in Shivaji Nagar, Russell's market, Bangalore. I have gone there. I have asked for only one hill myna. The person was saying that I am having. It will be 400 rupees, like that. He said, I am not. I said 400 rupees right now. I am not having. I can bring tomorrow morning. I will bring. Okay, what are all the birds you are having? The discussion was going on for a long time. So what happened? Next day, we have seized 8,000 birds in Russell's market. Just imagine. I am not at all exaggerating. Not at all necessary also. Not at all necessary also to exaggerate. 8,000 birds we have seized. So that means what? People are having undercover. They are having hideouts. That we have to find out. I have asked for one hill myna. We got 8,000 birds. I have asked for one purse made out of snake skin in Puri, Orissa. What was the result? One tiger skin, 3 leopard skin, 3 deer skin, 19 python skin, black buck skin. Just I asked because all the area is not going like that. We have to identify the place. We have to identify the person. There may be 100% hideout will be there. In this way, we have to work. And just now I was showing that deer antler. That deer antler, people are collecting from the forest area. Sometimes shed antler also. And then nowadays, what is happening? They may cut into small pieces. That also we should have some idea. If something is happening, then only thing is you keep your mind open. Intelligence, how to protect the Indian wildlife or the whole world wildlife, whatever it is. If you are allowing any rhino horn from Africa, it is a danger to Africa as well as to our country also. That we have. That's why that they are saying that environmental theft is a global theft. Okay. Now you see here 30 kgs of seahorse. Do you know that majority of the area is covered by water only? What is 30 kg of seahorse? Whether there will be any significant matter will be there, effect will be there. People may have some doubt, but it is there, it is proved. If you are seeing the 30 kgs, it doesn't matter, okay, no problem. Now you can see here. What is that? The right side, right extreme, if you are seeing, that is known as a pipe fish. The middle one, pangolin scale. The left side, left extreme, you can see here with the crates. So many items are there. I have removed here also the person's photo I have removed. A person from Chennai coming to Mumbai, and what confidence he is coming to Mumbai? Why he is coming to Mumbai? He is underestimating, in my opinion, he is underestimating the Mumbai airport, Mumbai WCCB, Mumbai Forest Department, Mumbai Revenue Department, Mumbai DRI, Mumbai Air Intelligence Unit, Mumbai SIIB, Special Intelligence and Investigation Branch. So many agencies are there. If little negligence is there, means this consignment successfully he will take, and next consignment will come, the organized network, the chain will start functioning. There may be some experts in the seminar, from the marine side. There may be experts from the forest side, nature side, or like that. So marine experts, they will know all the facts. If one time 30 kg of seahorses coming out of the sea means how much damage they may have caused in the sea. That is the point. Okay, right. Now just we have discussed the wildlife crime taking place in the area, common area. Now I am going to just to discuss with you all about the wildlife crimes, illegal trade taking place in the exit points. What is the exit point? Entry, exit. Entry means import, exit means export. That's all. So this airport is the exit point. Customs seaport is the exit point. Border security force, borders are there, that is exit point. Forest borders are there, that is exit point. River borders are there, that is exit point. So how we are performing? Here I am going to discuss about only in the airport and the seaport. Yes. Before just discussing about that one, we should know that already we have discussed about the Wildlife Protection Act, that hunting is prohibited, possession is prohibited, transport is prohibited. All these things the Wildlife Act is saying. Likewise, the export-import policy also saying that, you can see here, wild animals and plants, including parts, products, and derivatives listed in the Wildlife Protection Act is prohibited. That means what? Wild animal means there is the definition is given in the Wildlife Protection Act. Whatever the animals listed in Schedule 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Wildlife Act is known as wild animal. And then some of the plants also listed in the Wildlife Act. So these all are totally prohibited for export import, right? How the customs is controlling? They are having export policy, right? Policy may not be having power to arrest the person, to give a punishment. So therefore, export policy you have to read with the Indian Customs Act 1962. So Indian Customs Act 1962 what says? If anybody is dealing with the prohibited item, it is punishable offense up to 3 years. Okay, what is a prohibited item? You have to go to the schedule. If you are going to the schedule, there wildlife also will be there, arms and ammunition also will be there, narcotics also will be there, gold, diamond will also will be there, foreign currency also will be there. That and all prohibited item. If you are having proper permission, proper documents, everything you can take. Without a document, without legal support, if you are doing, it is a violation of the Customs Act in the exit point area, whether it is a airport or seaport. Now you keep in mind this thing. Export policy, what is our policy? I am not having, my policy is something different. He is to speak. Right now, he is having a different policy. So everybody is having a policy. Likewise, our country is having a policy on export-import matter. Yes. So the policy supported by the legally giving strength power by the with the Customs Act 1962. Right. You please keep in mind. Now we will see. Sorry. Right. Wild animal you have seen, plants you have seen. What the policy on wood? Wood and wood product in the form of log, timber, stump, root, bark, chips, powder, flake, and dust. That means what? Wood and products in the form of log. From log to dust. So in between, you name it anything, totally prohibited. Whether it is a chips or powder or flake. Flake means we know the meaning. That may not be the dust. Little bigger, say cornflakes. Cornflakes we are using, we are eating also. So that is the flake. Powder we know, chips, Potato chips we are eating, that is chips, and then dust. So this, because policy is this much strong, but what is happening practically, we have to keep in mind the policy for the exit point. Okay, right. Now I am coming to the seahorse. Okay, these are the seahorse. The seahorse is listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It says that all Cygnethidians, whether only seahorse only there in Cygnethidians, you see here, this is known as pipefish. The pipefish also listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Okay, how we got these samples? We got from the exit point. Who has taken to the exit point? Somebody has taken. He may be the exporter or smuggler. We should not call him exporter. We should call him as a smuggler. The smuggler has taken this product to the seaport. The custom officer is checking the consignment. He is not having idea about this material, but he is having knowledge to examine the matter. He is not simply signing and forwarding and clearing the consignment. I have removed the invoice, but here you can see what the custom officer has written in the invoice, whether it is a fish or whether it is a small crocodile or it is an alligator. He is asking. So that the three questions the custom officer asked, that was the reason for this successful result. You can see here 852 kg of seahorse and pipefish we have caught in Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust, Mumbai. So the efforts taken by the one officer resulted to this thing, because when we saw the picture, the paper document, immediately we have decided we have to examine 100%. We have to go, we have to examine. Myself and my team, we have gone there. We have opened all the 32 bags. You can see the picture here. This is wildlife crime. You don't think that the blood is coming, bone is coming, flesh is there. That is only crime. 852 kg means, just imagine that how much area, earlier 30 kg, here 852 kg. Now you just imagine what is the environmental crime? Destroying the marine area, fishing habitat, fishing ground. So this is environmental crime as well as wildlife crime. Okay. Yes. This is also airport. See here, inside the airport, a person is bringing seahorse. So how they are able to organize, collect this much seahorse? When they are collecting seahorse, this is about more than 50 kg. A person from Sri Lanka is coming to Mumbai, Chennai, staying one day night. Next day he is trying to go to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. But the wonderful custom officer intercepted the consignment, stopped the person, called us. We have gone there, we have coordinated, and then arrested the person. So case is going on. You see here how the crime is happening. One person bringing 30 kg to Mumbai. He is coming from Chennai to Mumbai. One person is coming from Sri Lanka to Chennai. So what is their understanding? Nobody knows. Why the Sri Lankan person preferring Chennai? Why the Chennai person preferring Mumbai? These are all questions. Okay, right. Now you see here. Size about 15 centimeter. This is my photograph. You can see here. About 15 centimeter seahorse size. Yes. This is Bangalore. This is sea cucumber. 70 kg. Here the interesting thing is, the Sri Lankan person coming to Chennai, customs intercepted. We have coordinated. I have taken photograph. The same way I have made a small lecture at the Customs Academy at Bangalore. I have shown the person's photograph. Please take note of it. This person may come to Bangalore airport, like that. That is over. After some few months, completing the first round court formalities, he was able to manage get some passport, being a Sri Lankan, and then he had gone there to Bangalore. Our customs the scanning system was there in the airport that has given the clearance, because they are also having some schedule, some images. This sea cucumber at the time, this is not coming in any of the images. Scanning system cleared. The person is very happy. He is taking coffee there. One custom officer, just as she was walking inside the departure hall, she noticed this person taking coffee. You see, that is the brilliance of the officer. She is just thinking, I saw the person somewhere, and then madam going and approached. Excuse me, what is your name, like that? He said some name. Then madam asked her, do you have any luggage? Yes, I am having luggage. If you don't mind, please come with me. You identify your luggage. Just I want to check your luggage. Then he is opening all the bags, 4 bags, more than 70 kg sea cucumbers was there. This time, what was the matter? Na? He is going with his son also. First time, he was going alone in Chennai, Seahorse. Within the year, he selected Bangalore airport. At the time, he is going with his son. So both are arrested. By midnight 12:30, I have received mail from the customs. This is the custom officer's photograph. Sir, can you please help me in identifying the thing and also identify these people, the name, photograph, everything. Immediately, I congratulated the madam for the successful attempt, and that person I showed in the lecture, the same person. His name is such and such. This is the material. Go ahead like that, and then our WCCB coordinated with the Bangalore Customs. So why I am saying this thing? These type of matters, without knowing anything, like a cancer or sugar problem, you will not be knowing what is happening inside. Within a week, person will get collapse. Because cancer is having some different type of cancer. A person is able to collect 70 kg of sea cucumber, 57 kg of seahorse in a marine area. What will happen to the marine habitat? Okay, right. After the next thing we can discuss also. Here you can see animals. These animals coming to Mumbai airport. Mumbai system able to identify something wrong inside. Okay, identified. Right. We have taken the case. What the accused is saying, sir, I don't know anything. This bag, trolley bag, was given by a person. Okay. Do you have his phone number? He has given me one number, sir. Okay, right. We are trying, no response. Nothing is going. The accused from passenger is from Patna. After that, he is going to Thailand, Bangkok he is going. He was having a visa. And the visa, he has taken it to Chennai. Why Bihar person? You please understand what I wanted to say here. What is wildlife crime? Because you are having all the people, we are having all the knowledge. I am 100% sure. But this type of matter will not come out. So I am very thankful to the DCF, Conservation Foundation, that Dr. Kumaraguru. So given an opportunity to share the discuss matter with so many persons. Here, the Patna person from Bihar, why he has taken visa at Chennai? Okay, and then why he has selected Mumbai airport? Nobody knows. Then who filed the visa? that especially I have gone to Thailand consulate from Mumbai to Chennai. I have gone there, meeting the consul there. He is bringing the file. Only one application, one ticket copy, one passport copy is there, nothing else. No contact, no phone number. Some rubber stamp was there, that was fake. Fake address they have given. Consulate has given visa, that is different. Okay, right. And then who was the travel agent? We have gone there as per the rubber stamp, but that was the fake address. Not able to do anything. Phone number is not working. Phone number, we have taken the detail. Phone number belongs to Karnataka. So how many states are there? Bihar, Maharashtra, Chennai, Karnataka, animals from Northeast and Uttar Pradesh. So what we are thinking, 300 animals, tortoises seized, turtle seized at Mumbai airport or Chennai airport or Kolkata airport. That's all. But 300 or 200 or 50 or 100, whatever it is, this many states are behind the operation. Agency may be one, but the state people involved are 4 or 5 states. Okay. The second person, mobile is not in his name. He has provided a SIM card. We have taken the details, and then when we are searching, that SIM belongs to a lady of Karnataka. Okay. Okay. Air ticket password, print out everything. If you are saying a very different technique they have followed. Okay, that leave it. CCTV footage we have taken because the fellow was saying that one person has come, he only handed over the trolley bag at a gate number C. Okay, right. We have gone there, taken the CCTV footage. What happened? The person brilliantly having a cap on his head, fully closing the neck portion, and camera is able to see on the top of the cap only. So this much brilliant, they are right. Okay. Now, under these situations, how we are going to complete this, close this, crack down this network? I told you that this is not just catching, and in fact, you may think that one may think that it's very easy. Very easy. We can take the animal, go to the airport, go to Singapore, Malaysia, be a millionaire. It's not like that. It's not like that. So many agencies are there. So many checkpoints are there nowadays. So now we can see here network between the criminals. 4 or 5 states means this is the biggest network. They are specially operating on the star tortoise and spotted black pond turtle, national and international level. The states involved: Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, etc. Okay, the first case we are not able to do one thing. The second case, same happened. 2 Karnataka people entered in Mumbai airport. They were having some few hundred turtles, star tortoise, spotted black terrapin. They were having, right? You can see here. I think photo I'm having. Okay, right. Photo is not there. So what happened? Then we have checked the animals. All were healthy. People, as usual, both the accused people, passengers, they are not able to give any information. They are saying that we are waiting here nearby the gate. 2 people has come. They have given the trolley bag. We have gone inside. Customs intercepted. They arrested us. When we are trying the number, ring is not going. That's all. So we have the WCCB has taken over the case. We have tried our level best. We are not able to make a single move. But what happened? Within 6 months, there was a seizure at the Nagpur railway station. Just imagine, Nagpur railway station, the railway protection force intercepted 2 passengers. They were having spotted black terrapin. Okay, from where they are coming? They are saying that we are coming from Jhansi. We are coming from Jhansi, like that they are saying. Okay, right. Where you are going? We are going up to Chennai. Nagpur railway police intercepted, offloaded the passenger. Case handed over to the Nagpur Forest Department. We have received the news from Mumbai, so immediately we have gone to Nagpur. interrogated the people, 2 days, completely interrogated, thoroughly interrogated. And then that fellow was having 30, 40 visiting cards in the packet. 2 people, passengers, accused. So one visiting card gave us a wonderful clue. One visiting card gave us a wonderful clue. With that visiting card, we have tracked down the origin point of the turtles, spotted black terrapin. So what happened? That was the climax. This 2015, again we have arrested 5-6 people at Uttar Pradesh. Case booked by the Uttar Pradesh Police Department as well as Forest Department, coordination of the WCCB Delhi as well as WCCB Mumbai. Then those people, 2 people giving statement that we only transported the earlier case also to Mumbai. They have to give a statement because we got all the evidences. So they have given, based on the statement, we have transported the people with the permission of the Honorable Court to Mumbai, and then they have identified everything. In this hotel only we used to say, we used to stay, we used to take this food only, in this place only we will be going and handing over, and this person only operating behind like that. Based on these 2 people statement, we have arrested 2-3 people from Karnataka, 1 people from Chennai, 1 person from Chennai, and 1 person from Uttar Pradesh. So finally, now you can go to the record, you can check up last 5 years, there is no smuggling of star tortoise or spotted black terrapin through Mumbai airport. This is the real success to the coordination of the agencies, of various agencies, and we have totally cracked down, and we have gone to Karnataka. The WCCB Mumbai team has gone to Karnataka to their village, and we have arrested the main person in the village itself by night 9 o'clock. So now the people knows that these people identified our residence area, our village. Hereafter we cannot do this work. That's why now they are doing now plastic flower manufacturing. But every 2 months, 3 months, they are coming and attending the court cases. So this is the way we can do the work. If we are doing in this way, if we are cracking down the network, automatically one by one we can close the gates. Okay, right. Again, I'm going to the marine product matter. In the Wildlife Protection Act, there are seashells, sea cucumber, sea fan, hard coral, seahorse, pipefish, shark and rays, whales and dolphins are listed in the Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, right. Now you can see here, this much animals, this much seashells displayed. The South India, Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari. Right? Okay. If you are seeing this picture, only the top row is listed in the Wildlife Protection Act. The top row is listed in the Wildlife Protection Act, that is known as a cow head shell. Cow head shell. All the other shells are not listed in the Wildlife Protection Act. Now, just I wanted to say here, you can see here, in the common man view, a person right side picture, a person can say that is a handicraft. Left side is a seashell. So when we are having, if you are going to a market, if you are going to a showroom, please check up what is this handicraft, whether they have used any seashell, whether they have used any animal article, whether they have used any animal fur, etc. Then in which case you can pass your information to the enforcement authorities. The common man view, it is a handicraft, 100%, that is correct. But what they have used is elephant trunk shell, Nautilus pompilus. It is listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act. Now you can see Crocus niloticus. Okay. So the problem is, you can see here various stages of Crocus niloticus. The end product is a button. So if anybody is dealing, anywhere people are selling this type of thing, immediately you should come to a conclusion that is against the law, that is against the nature. We should perform our fundamental duty. Take your phone, call the officer, just to take a photograph and send a message. Then forget it. After that, it is their headache, our headache, we will do. Right. Okay. Now what is this? What a common man will say, painting. Painting is perfectly all right. But how? Painting is made on what? On elephant trunk shell. This is known as elephant trunk shell, schedule 1 item. So if it is displayed in some showroom or in hotels, in commercial places, even in the houses, yeah, immediately we should perform our fundamental duty, then matter will be over. If we are doing it, because just imagine a forest officer or the WCCB officer or the police officer, they may not be having that much area also, that much time also to go and check up all the shops. That's why the Constitution of India, Article 51A(g) says that to perform the fundamental duty. Fundamental duty is very, very important. We are totally neglecting, not all the people, some of the people. If everyone is doing, automatically this criminals, they will go. Okay, right. Yeah, just for your information, because only 24 numbers of seashells are listed in the Wildlife Protection Act. Here I have given 4 numbers of seashells. We are not having time also. The 9 numbers of seashells are listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act. Okay, you can see here. This is a Schedule 4 of the Wildlife Protection Act. Again, 50 numbers. Here you are seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 numbers. Yes. Here 7 numbers. These 15 numbers. These 15 numbers of seashells are listed in Schedule 4 of the Wildlife Protection Act. Leaving this 24 numbers of seashells, all the other seashells are totally free. Okay. Yes. What is this? I have given also title also I have given. Articles made out of seashell, placenta, protected under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. If you are going to some mall, some shopping complex, some fancy stores, if these materials are displayed, 100% we may not think that this is made out of seashell. Only for that purpose, I am showing this photograph. If it is there means you have to perform your duty. Yes, this is the purpose. You should make us a run. Message, finish. Whoever may be, whether it is a WCCB or the Forest Department, you just make us a run. We are ready. Wherever it is, whatever the item, whatever the material, we are ready to work, and the public also has to perform the duty. Yes. Now you can see here, what is this? The same, whatever you have seen earlier, placenta seashells. This illegally collected in Maharashtra. So then finally, one person performed a fundamental duty. Based on his responsibility, immediately we have gone to the area and we have raided, and then we have seized a heavy material, very heavy material. Okay, sea cucumber, everyone knows, so that is not a problem. But also think that sometime even myself, I may not be knowing what are the things are popular in Northeast. What are the animals? What are the insects? What are the beetles? What are the butterflies? What are the medicinal plants are available in Himalayas or in China? So this photo is beautiful, but you see the next photo. This is the problem. This is the problem. Here, the smuggler, they can declare, they can say any name. Dried vegetables, dried boiled vegetables, something they may say. They can give some name, different name, maybe Hindi or Tamil or Sanskrit, whatever it is. Even new name also the people will find, they will give. 100% this will not be available in anybody's dictionary. But we should have an idea. If it is there means our marine habitat will be protected. Okay, right. You can see here. Sea fan, Gorgonians. Sea fan, the maroon one, Niche black coral, Antipatharia. Both are listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act. See here, hard corals. Just why we are protecting the hard corals here? We may be the marine expert. We may be the nature lover. Okay. But what the habitat is, what is the use of the habitat? Something will be there. Mosquito will be there, beetle will be there, housefly will be there, then butterfly, then after that birds, then if you are going to a big one, tiger will be there, elephant will be there, leopard will be there. Everything is known as a habitat, right? Here, this is a marine habitat. Here, fishes are very happy, sharks are very happy. But what is our target? I want that hard coral. I am ready to pay any amount of money. So when demand is there, we are inducing the people, we are inducing the villagers to you go and dive, you go and collect, you go and collect and polish and bring to my market. So we are giving 50 rupee, that person will be getting 50 rupee and selling for 500 rupee. But what is the loss? We cannot calculate. The loss we are making by selling, by purchasing, by manufacturing, by transporting, everything, we are making a huge loss to the marine habitat, forest habitat, whatever the habitat. That's why the environmental crime includes all these matters. So now you may be knowing the reasons of, everybody may be knowing, people may not be having idea, maybe having some doubt, why the hard corals are listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act. Schedule 1 ka punishment is 3 to 7 years. It is equal to dealing with the elephant, equal to having a crime in a tiger or lion. Lion and the coral in common man view may not be equal. Tiger and sea fan may not be equal. If nature is pushing out, it's okay. If we are vomiting, that is okay. You are vomiting for some good reason. Nature is pushing out for good reason. Whereas we are going, somebody is putting the hand in my mouth, taking something from my stomach. What will happen? Just imagine. Like that we are doing. People are going, just putting the hand there in the habitat's stomach, and then we are taking whatever we want. I want a Trochus, I want a Nautilus pompilus elephant trunk shell, I want a sea fan, I want a black coral to make money. So here the background of this thing, when we are analyzing what is happening, we are driving out the fishes from the habitat. What will happen? Ocean is ocean. What will happen? Fish will travel. Tiger will travel hundreds of kilometers. Madhya Pradesh tiger is coming to Maharashtra. Maharashtra tiger is coming to Goa. Goa tiger is going to Karnataka. Karnataka tiger is going to Mudumalai. This is nature. But that should go on their own. We should not drive. What way it is following, the same way that will come back. The same way that will come back, that is nature. That is animals. But if you are driving, that is hunting. The definition hunting what? Feeding, killing, driving, trapping, so many things it is given, including driving also. If we are driving one animal from place to another, it is equal to hunting. So it is punishable offense under the Wildlife Act. That is one side. And then by removing these corals, sea fan, all these things, what we are doing, we are driving the fishes to Indonesia, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, all these things. After that, what we are doing, we are cheating our local government and then taking diesel extra quantity, and then we are going to Sri Lanka border, Myanmar border, Indonesia border, Philippines border. What is happening? Natural calamities. Or the Navy intercepting there, and then they are arresting, they are seizing the boat, they are taking, and then unnecessary problems are coming. If we are not destroying the natural habitat, marine habitat, plenty of fish will be available in our area. Our people also should not cross. At the same time, these people doing other way, they should not destroy the marine habitat. So this much, just for that reason, this is my own analysis. Maybe some other opinions also may be there. But for this reason only, this sea cucumber will be in between the rock, in between the coral reef. What is that? So sea cucumber is delicious. We are collecting the sea cucumber. When you are collecting the sea cucumber, you are destroying hundreds, thousands of fish eggs. Last week there was a case, Tuticorin Coast Guard intercepted a boat fishing trolley taking 1000 kg of dried sea cucumber to Sri Lanka. And they have arrested 3 people. This is just 1 week back it has happened. So just imagine how the wildlife crimes are happening. Yes, these are the corals, hard corals are listed in the Wildlife Protection Act. Some of the photographs, organ peg coral, yes. Then mongoose fur. Some I think maybe last year or 6 months back, we have completed one Operation Clean Art. Operation Clean Art. In the name of Operation Clean Art, we have conducted a raid, collected intelligence. NGOs, WCGB volunteers, nature lovers only played a vital role. I have to mention here. With their initiation, we are able to seize around 50,000 numbers of brushes in Mumbai, Pune and Sindhudurg, that is nearby Goa. Same more than 50,000 at Delhi, Uttar Pradesh area. So just imagine how many numbers of mongooses we are killing in day-to-day activities. One side people are killing for meat, and one side a byproduct, the hair fur also having value. So for that reason, we should go to the shop. We should ask the people, do you have brushes? What type of brushes you are having? Show me. Acha, this is synthetic. This is synthetic. He himself will say, this is natural, sir, mongoose burr. Okay, very good, very good. How many brushes he can supply? I wanted to conduct a small painting program. Just to discuss with him, he will say, sir, tomorrow morning you come, I will give you 1000 brushes. So just to inform your matter to the enforcement personnel, matter will be over. So one raid we are conducting in one place, that area permanently they will forget about this matter. By doing this way, we can give protection to the mongoose, badgers, or whatever it is. You see here, makeup brush, painting brushes, all these things. So then finally that elephant ivory, elephant tusk. What is it? Why I wanted to talk about the elephant tusk? Last week only hippopotamus tusk was seized in Karnataka, Shimoga district. 11.6 kg, 9 pieces. You may have some doubt. Hippopotamus is not found in India. You are saying that the wild animal, whatever the animals listed in the Wildlife Protection Act is known as wild animal. Then how you can seize the hippopotamus tusk? There is a provision in the Wildlife Protection Act, section 39 as well as 49. Ivory imported into India, possessing, trading, transporting, manufacturing, carving, whatever it is, of the ivory imported into India is also punishable offense under the Wildlife Protection Act. You go to the dictionary, Oxford dictionary, you can go. What is given there? Ivory, tusk. What is the meaning? Projected teeth, whatever it is, that is tusk. So such a tusk, what are the animals are having? Walrus, sperm whale, killer whale, narwhal, hippopotamus, warthog. So matter over. Now in Karnataka, these people were they have transported from Goa to Karnataka, and then they wanted to sell. Intelligence reached the proper person. Matter over. 5 people arrested. Seized 2-3 vehicle, 7-8 phone, 9 pieces of hippo tusk. So case is going on, and by that way, all are young people. All are young people. What will happen to their life? What will happen to their life? All the 5 are below 30. All the 5 are below 30. Since we are coordinating with the Karnataka and Goa Forest Department, we are aware about the case development, what is taking place. The Honorable Court also has given 7 days custody. Because we are conducting program for the Honorable Judicial Officers also. Now the Honorable Judicial Officers, they are saying that this much is there in the wildlife crime. they are also just get wondering. This much problems are there. So we will treat it in a proper way. The awareness is happening nowadays. So for that reason, the Shimoga court has given 9 days custody for all the 5 people. So please just imagine, and whatever the things are there, these are some of the images. You can see here, once making a carving, then it will be very difficult. Then after that, you have to go for a microscopical hand lens test, etc. That is only technically it is needed for the technical people. Then it's okay. Thank you very much for your patience.